sometimes I know what I want to say, but I just don't know where to start. So then I said to my brain, well, where do I start? And the brain says, just start. So I guess I'll just start. And what I see in the world and in people, and what's missing? What's missing from the wholeness of the life that people could be leading, but are missing out quite often with, is when we look around, what do we see, right? What do we see? We see consumerism. Consumerism and entertainment. Those are the two big ones that most people are geared for in the world. It's to consume. I want to buy this, I want to buy that, I want to spend my money on this and that, and I work so I can spend my money. That's most people's lives. They work so they can get the money so they can spend it, on stuff, right? Whatever it is, the car, the house, the school, college education, the presents, the toys, keeping up with the Joneses, all that stuff, the furniture, the big TVs, the stuff. All the stuff we're talking about, when you open your garage and all the stuff's in there, all the stuff, right? And that's consumerism, that's consumerism. So, many people that they're working so they can buy more stuff, and they're not fulfilled in the job they're doing, and they think that buying the stuff is going to get them fulfilled, but then they buy the stuff, and it's a little bit of a buzz. It's like like shooting up, maybe. I don't know. I've never done it, but maybe it's like that. You get a buzz for a while. It's like taking a drug. You get a buzz for a while, but then you go down again. Then it's lost, right? Then you got to build it back up somehow, right? So it's definitely, life's not about consumerism. That's part of life. I'm not into. I don't have an aversion to any part of life. I love life and all parts of it. But that's not what life is about, right? Because what happens when all that gets taken away? What happens when the job gets taken away, the money gets taken away, and we can't buy stuff? It's like, well, then our life's over, right? Then people kill themselves. When they can't consume anymore, they've got their money, their business has been taken away, the job's gone, the bottom's fallen out of the stock market, and then the stockbrokers start jumping out of windows. It's just nuts, just because they lost their job and they don't have their money anymore. Because they've built the whole world view and they built the whole life around consumerism and entertainment. They can't buy the stuff anymore. They can't go and get entertained, whether it's going to the bar or going to the club or going to the strip club or going to the cinema, movie theater, or doing whatever, right? Or going on vacation. I don't know. You can't really do much of that anymore when you don't have any money, right? So those are the two big ones that many people seem to think life is about, and that's what they're geared for. That's how they've been wired, or how they've wired themselves, to consume and to be entertained. So most people are going through their life with, that's how they've got they've activated those parts of their brain. Consume, entertainment, right? Consume food, more entertainment, sitting in front of the TV, eating food, watching entertainment, sleep, get up, work all day at a job that, stressed, unfulfilled, sit in traffic, come back home, consume, go to the shopping mall, consume, come back home, entertainment, go out, entertainment, consume, come back, and just keep running on that treadmill, right? And I'm more of like an existentialist sort of thinker, and I'm just like, well, that's just absurd. We live in this absurd world. It's just craziness. Look around you, it's just nuts when you really step back and look at it all. And it's just meaningless. All that stuff is just totally meaningless. And a lot of people go through life, and some people never really get it, but a lot of people do. A lot of people get this like existential crisis when they suddenly realize that it's all meaningless. They suddenly realize that their life is meaningless. It's just crazy. And then some people, what do? Well, some people go deep down, they dig something out, and they change their life, and other people go and they kill themselves, and that seems tragic, but that's their choice. And other people do different things. People do different things. People hide away and go into depressions or whatever, and that's all fine. But you gotta come back out of that stuff. You gotta get back up when all that stuff happens, and you gotta work out what it's really all about. And what it's really all about is you decide what it's really all about. You give the meaning to your life that you decide, but give it a real meaning. You can't make the life about consuming and entertainment, because that's not what life's about. Because what happens when that gets taken away? What's left? You're still existing, right? You're still existing, but what do you do? What do you do? And what I find is what brings real fulfillment into life is to grow. Two things. Is to grow, to keep growing ourselves, to grow every part of ourselves, to grow our intellect, to grow our physical health, to grow our confidence, to grow our sphere of influence, to grow everything, right? Internally and externally, just to grow as an individual and evolve and improve, to improve on every level, to improve our communication, to improve our knowledge, our wisdom, our capacity to take on stuff in our life, to have the capacity to take on stress and things like that, to increase our emotional threshold of what we can take in life, just to grow ourselves, and then to be able to add value, to others, because even when you've got nothing left, the tornado comes along and just whips your house away and all your belongings and every possession you've got, and you've got nothing left. Well, what do you do? What do you do when you've got nothing left? You still exist, right? You weren't all the stuff. But that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people attach who they are to all their stuff they've got, to the job they have, and then if that happens, if it all gets taken away, they suddenly don't feel that they don't exist anymore. And so they actually will cease their existence on this planet. Some people will, or they'll just live life numb, like they don't exist. But those that can find this, and those that have the willingness to find this, is what you can do is you can start to grow yourself, and you can see that as an opportunity when you do lose everything. If you do lose everything, that you can see it as an opportunity for growth. You can see it as an opportunity to add value. And so when the house does get swept away by the tornado, you go, okay, people need help here. You start adding value, you start helping. You use it as a growing experience, you're learning from it. So those two things, growth and adding value. And the more you grow, the more value you can add to the world. The more you can do. And the more appreciation you'll get for adding that value. We all love appreciation, right? Appreciation is beautiful. Appreciation is the catalyst to love. So the more value you add, the more love you'll receive. And the more fulfilled you'll be. So keep those two things in mind. Keep those two things in mind, and you'll never be concerned about losing it all. You'll never be concerned about losing your job, or losing your house, or losing your money, or all your stuff. You'll never be worried about it. If you realize that that's not what life's about. That's just the shell. That's just stuff, right? What it's about is growth and being able to add value. And the more you grow, the more value you can add. And as long as you can keep remembering that, you'll always be okay, and you won't worry about stuff. You won't worry about stuff. And you can enjoy the consuming, you can enjoy the entertainment, but just don't spend your life there. Just don't spend your life in front of that box. Just don't spend your life with going to the next shopping trip, and that be your only buzz in life, because that gets taken away, and that's shallow. It is. If that's all there is, you have to have a whole holistic way of being. And sure, the entertainment's great. I love watching movies. Consumerism, I don't have a problem with it. I like buying stuff that is good quality and serves me and can serve others. Like this camera, for instance, right? Like my computer, like my car that I can do lots of stuff with, like the place I live in. All that stuff. That is important. That's important. I don't discount anything, but just know, just go down to the root of it, and the root of it is growth and adding value. And I think I've probably repeated myself enough, but sometimes it takes a bit of repetition to get it in there. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.